All righty, folks. How does it feel to be retired? Well, we're going to ask the one and only lumberjack landlord who retired officially on February 14th, which is a week ago. How's it going? How's it feel?
Yeah, as a retiree living on a fixed income, it
That's funny.
it feels pretty good. It still hasn't kicked in yet. You and I had talked about this because you and Dion obviously came before me, so it is, there was I had a lot of good prep talks with you guys, so that was good. A lot of good preparation talk. But you know, it's happened, but it hasn't hit, right?
Yeah, that's a good way to say it.
And
Yeah.
so it's happened. The event's happened, but it hasn't hit yet. And thankfully, my work muscles were still in good shape, so I could make it through this last weekend because it was
Ah, there,
awesome.
there
I
you
was just
go. Yeah.
like, thank God I'm used to still sleeping on 4 hours of sleep a night because
Yeah. If you needed that afternoon nap to keep, yeah, it would have been rough. It would have been rough.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Dion was rubbing his eyes, but Dion tie tie,
Yeah.
so it was so yeah, so retired now. Thursday was my first day off, and I literally jumped on a plane and I flew out to Vegas to get ready for the show.
Because why not?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Everyone, literally the HR department for that company, the HR department said to me, they go, so if we need something, are you around tomorrow? I said, nope.
I'm
They're like,
out.
what do you mean? They're like, well, we need you to ship back the laptop. And I was like, yep, I will when I get back. Like, when do you get back? I said, a couple weeks. They're like, where are you going? I said, nah. Best part, I don't have to answer that anymore. I
Right.
said, but I'm
I don't have to answer that question.
yeah, I said, but I'm jumping on a plane and I'm going on vacation.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
so yeah,
by the way, Matt, they're not called vacations anymore. They're called
yeah,
trips.
yeah. Thank you for the correction, and you're probably
Yeah.
right.
You no longer, we do not have vacations. We have
Yeah,
trips.
yes, exactly. So I went on a trip. Yeah, I went on a trip. I went on my first
Sweet.
trip.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I went on my first trip. It was awesome. But yeah, it was so um it was in talking to you guys, again, it's like the thing finally happens, the event finally happens, but the lifestyle, right? Like you did that for 20 years.
Oh,
Like you had your life, which was, wake up and routine, and this is what I do, and this is what I do, and this is what I do. And it's like,
mhm,
and then and now you have your new routine. And so
mhm.
I'm excited to see what the new routine is. Obviously taking a trip and
Oh,
being
yeah.
away from the norm. But yeah, when we get home, I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what the new norm is. I have obviously have plenty of projects and things like that going on, and so I'm excited to get more re-engaged with doing the jail and
Yeah.
finishing the jail project. So that's exciting. But yeah, it's my first trip, and it's been a blast so far.
Yeah. What I remember about it, it's been 6 years, I guess now, was there's some moment, and it's really weird. It's not soon. Because after you do this, I think it's actually a good idea to take the trip. I think that is because it kind of will set the separation.
Hmm.
But I don't know if it's happened to you, but I still found myself reaching for the phone, right? Because work email just comes and comes and comes, and you don't deal with it chunks by chunks. It gets ahead of you. I was still reaching for that weeks later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
I've gotten three "Are you dead" emails.
Hey, you dead?
Yeah,
What?
three of them.
Three of them.
Three of them. Are you dead?
What? I don't
Uh,
understand. What? So is it a buddy picking on you? Is it
yep.
past
Yeah,
employee?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, they're like, "Are you dead?" I was like, and so at the event, I was all in. I was
Ah,
all
I got
yeah,
it.
I
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
all in with the people. I was all in with the community. Like it was truly like
Yeah, you
getting
dead.
into, yeah, literally I got three "Are you deads?"
You got some awesome friends, man. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
oh, my friends torture me. And as well they should. Like I'm obnoxious. Like I'm jumping on chairs and I'm putting my belt in the air, I'm doing my best The Rock turnbuckle move, you know.
That's awesome.
Getting ready to get with the corporate elbow,
Yeah.
but it was yeah, it's I thought that, thanks for saying about the trip thing. It was by design. It was
Mhm.
it was to create a buffer between,
Yeah.
because if it was just the next day where I just didn't have work,
Yeah.
That'd have been rough, I think. That'd have been
No, I
rough.
think you're, yeah, because that's what happened to me. It was the first couple of days actually were like, I guess you can, your body might think of it as a weekend, but
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I think the trip's a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll be also something you remember because this trip will be like your 6 year old might remember it. I don't think the other ones will, but might remember dad's retirement, right? Or whatever you want to call it. Um, so good idea. What do you what where does the lumberjack go now? You've essentially got probably 60 hours back, maybe more a week. Besides taking a couple hour nap here and there, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Couple hour now. Well, uh, one of the things I had talked about yesterday was, you said, what are you looking forward to when you kind of get back to civilization, right?
Mhm.
And it is, I couldn't do pickups and drop offs for my kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Couldn't do something silly, but something meaningful to me. I hate saying goodbye to my kids in the morning, but I'm a you know big time amp up guy for them in the morning. And guys, it's so exciting. You get to go see your friends at school and you get to learn a bunch of stuff. And so I'm just like big time like goofball dad.
Mm,
And and so being able to, be their hype guy in the car,
nice.
like yeah, it just I get getting to have breakfast with my kids because, my day would typically be in the morning. I would wake up and I'd start sending out text messages and
Right.
emails on the things that needed to get done for the property guys for the day or for the week if something had changed or updated.
Hmm.
And so now I don't have to do that anymore with my
Right.
kids around. I get to just spend time with my kids. And after they're gone at school, then I can be
Mm,
sending that stuff out.
yeah.
So it's going to be just a completely different lifestyle.
So you're going to probably follow the path of all the other real estate gurus. You're just going to keep growing the portfolio. Your target's now $1 billion, right? Yeah, you're going to be a future billionaire. Is that is that what we have in store? Lumberjack's going to start doing syndications and all that other craziness to be big time.
No, no. It's when you got coach up there,
Yeah,
coach Craig Carson,
Chad, Chad Carson.
Chad, sorry, yeah. Coach Chad. When when you got Coach Carson up there, it was everything that every investor needs to hear.
Yeah, I agree.
Investor needs to hear that.
Start of day two, very powerful.
I literally, like I said on stage last night, I literally got a little bit embarrassed about my 137. I get a little bit embarrassed. In all honesty, I got a little bit embarrassed. And I was like, I mean, should I have just stopped a little bit earlier? Could I have stopped a little bit earlier? Yeah, I could have. Should I have? I mean, maybe. But I think that, we we built what we built. And so now we get to think about, what do I want? It's just such a freeing thing to think, what do I want my future to be?
Right.
It's not what I want it to be, and then here's all the things that I have to make sure I do. It's, what do I want my future to be?
Yeah, the most. I mean, obviously, I loved the entire 2 day event, but if I were to pick the moment that hit me the hardest, it was that enough slide from
Yeah.
Coach Carson right there.
Same,
I think it was
same,
a green like star, like enough. I'm like,
same, same,
oh yeah,
same. Yeah, like I said, I felt for a second, I felt bad about my 137, and I was like, shut up. You're not feeling bad
yeah.
about that. Now, but it is, you
Talking to
know,
yourself.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I think, when people look at the way that they're investing or wanting to invest, young investors, because they get that, hot under the collar and they're just ready to go and ready to make magic happen. And I need my next deal. And I need my first deal. I need my next deal, my next deal, my next deal, my next deal. And then they end up, a lot of times that's in, when you grow that fast, you're at far higher risk of losing it.
Ah, if it's I second that. I mean, that's you get the feeling some people just feel like they have to go fast.
Yeah.
Fast brings risk,
Yeah.
and you know, was it you always say what fast is smooth,
Slow,
smooth is fast.
slow is smooth and smooth is fast.
Yeah,
Slow is
And again, that whole enough thing is something I just want to keep pushing on because I mean Dion's the best example, right? It was it
Yes,
18?
he is. First time he's ever been
18?
the best example of anything other than a napper.
That was Lumberjack. Let's remember who said that, and who didn't say that, just so you can clip that and send that off. But enough. I mean, again, think about it. 4x your bet or expenses.
Yeah,
Sounds like enough to me.
yeah. I mean, it was in looking at it, it was um so there was so I think the big thing for you and for me is that I don't think that we ever lacked contentment. Like we were content with where we were, right? Like it's like
I
you're
don't even,
not,
dude, I don't even think I ever thought about it.
yeah.
I was busting my ass during a day to get some sales quota, which I could get fired at every 90 days. And every once in a while, when I got enough capital, I'd go buy another asset. I never looked behind me.
Yeah.
I don't know that I was content. I mean, I never even thought about it.
Yeah, I think for me, because this is something that Ashley and I talked about, right? Which was, and you and I had talked about it was, hey, you're going to try and double again in the next 3 years.
Yeah.
And then I literally laughed at you and I was like, hell no. Like I saw what doubling the first time did, right?
Yeah.
It was, it's kind of the, bullshit to money ratio,
Right.
which
Yeah.
is, but if I want to be, this big, 500 unit, 1,000 unit, right? Like you and I have proven to ourselves, right?
We
Because
could, but why?
we're big on proving stuff to ourselves, though. We don't care what other people
Yes.
think.
No.
It's about proving to ourselves. Like,
Exactly.
can I do it? And here's the thing. Now I know that I can scale businesses. I know I can
Hmm.
build businesses. I know I can build a portfolio of 100 and some odd units. I know I can build a portfolio of 50 buildings. And I know that it is even easier, Mike, for
Oh,
us to
oh yeah.
double it.
Oh, from
It
here? Yeah. If that was the goal, yeah, of course.
it's even
Yeah.
easier to double it. And so that's where you get to look at it and go, okay, but what's my why? Right? Like coach said, what's my why?
Hmm.
And my why is my family.
Hmm.
And if
Oh
my
yeah.
why is my family, like
Yeah.
are you gonna make, because that talk that he gave was super impactful for people that have
Hmm.
been investing for any amount of time.
Hmm.
And yeah, certainly we've heard the why before, but his fisherman story, I've heard something like that before,
Hmm.
but it's exactly right.
Yeah.
It's reach a level of maturity, I think it is, and not like in life, but you reach a level of
Yeah.
maturity in business.
Well, it's that's the thing for me, right? So enough was the word, but
Yeah,
it was more the feeling
it
that I
was.
got when I saw it. I was like, I'm good. I
Mike,
let the ego go. No.
we suck. We suck at status quo. We suck at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
We suck at that. We
Uh,
are,
yeah.
want to find our kryptonite,
Yeah.
tell us all you have to do is maintain. What?
What?
Maintain?
You mean go backwards?
Mike, 20 exactly. Mike, 26-year my career, years about the same. The goal every year was growth, 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 growth. And when you forget what the number one goal was, see number two, which is growth.
Growth.
Right. And so everything we're made and we're designed and we have a personality type for growth.
We
The
survived and we were rewarded and it becomes a habit and oh yes sir, oh my god, yes, yes.
Mike heard an awesome story yesterday, and both of these people in the couple had retired.
Hmm. Okay.
And kid you not, they're telling me a story. Uh, um, Salitha and Jeff White. They're telling me a story, and she's sitting at one of their favorite restaurants,
Okay.
and she loves this salad that she gets with salmon. And she's like, you know what? She was, extra hungry that day and just feeling a little bit saucy, and says, I'd like a double helping of the salmon.
Okay.
And Jeff kind of looks at her. She looks back and she goes, it's $4. Like that's me and Ashley. That's us. That's probably you and Olivia. It's like really, like it's. But we've lived our lives for so long.
Yeah.
we're transitioning from what it took to get there
Yeah,
to now that we're on the mountain. Now it's enjoying the view.
I agree.
Like we didn't enjoy the view on the way up. I said,
No, dude, I
like,
didn't even know there was a fucking view. I was looking to make
yeah,
sure I didn't fall down. I was trying
exactly.
not to
So
trip and go backwards.
yeah, I think other people, so Dion, kudos to him, does a
Oh
much
yeah.
better job
Oh, amen.
of a much better job of turning around, sitting down, and just looking at the view. Does a better
Yeah, we're
job of it than we did,
no, yeah, agreed, 100%. So I
you
look
know?
forward. I know there's if I again knowing you, you probably have a vision, a framework of what you think life will be when you get back
Sure.
from your trip.
Sure.
I look forward to seeing it evolve because I
Me
think
too.
I think it will be vastly different than your outline, and it's supposed to. Because again,
Yeah, I
you're coming at this from our track record. Now that's gone.
right,
So
right.
it'll be interesting to see where you go from here.
Yeah, as I appreciate that. I mean, as and obviously you'll be a part of it, right? So it's like, we'll
At
have
least
those
once a week.
yeah. So we'll have those conversations, and that's why it's like I look at it and it's like, do we shrink? Do we start selling off some assets, start paying some assets off? Do we stay the same side and fully optimize the portfolio and then just go on cruise control for the rest of our lives and maintaining our assets?
Neither of
Do
these
we,
options suck at this point.
yeah, I
Neither
mean,
are terrible.
the key is that none of those things are opportunities or options if you didn't start.
Yeah. And they're also, again, I meant that it may have done, but none of those are bad. You
No.
have the control.
No.
And
Yep.
you're not being forced to do any of them. They're completely your choice. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We have two buildings that we're going to actually put out this spring. We're
And
just
when you
getting
say
them ready.
buildings, are the duplexes or what are they?
They're actually the my last two single families.
Ah, get to dump the families. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Sell the last couple single families. And it's not that I don't think that they'll appreciate. It's that the rent numbers just don't make enough
That makes
sense
sense.
for
And yeah,
they just don't work. They just
yeah,
they make a little bit of money, but we've done all the rehabs, but it's a few $100.
yeah,
And when the size of our portfolio that we have, the capital that we've got
yeah.
in those assets is far better used. Quite frankly,
Elsewhere.
I think the second half of this year, I think we start to see some things crack in the larger multifamily stuff. And I want to be
Yeah, you want
as
to be
well
ready.
capitalized as I
Yeah.
possibly can because now I'm a
Yeah.
retiree on a fixed income.
Well, I mean, I think I've been clear with everyone, but I'll put it here. That's my next big move is when do I see that 40 unit just come across and we'll snap it up with 1031 money from a couple of houses. I mean, that's and again, I'm not going to move for a house, right? It's going to be game changing. So it'll be fun.
Yeah, totally
Yeah.
agree. It'll be awesome.
Well, I will let you go take your nap because I'm sure you've already had a nice breakfast, so it's time to go Betty bye. Where can people find you?
Lumberjack Landlord on YouTube and on Instagram, and can't wait to see all the amazing footage. If you guys haven't seen it yet, definitely go check out One Rental at a Time on Instagram. Check out the awesomeness that you get a full glimpse of everything that event was in that video. Mike,
Yeah.
that was unreal. The
Dude, I can't
quality
believe we did
and
that.
how
It
fast.
brought that to me. So the event shuts down. We're out the door at 5:30. By
Yeah.
6:36, like an hour later, they had me a 55-second fully edited clip. Throw it on Instagram. Let's go. I was like,
And,
what?
and it had footage all the way till the end of the event.
It
An
did.
hour that ended an hour earlier.
Exactly.
Mike,
Amazing job. Amazing.
well
Brandon,
done.
you're amazing if you ever see this. Um, Thank you. We already know who the first speakers are going to be next time. It will be Matt and Ashley. No pressure, Ashley. And oh, by the way, Ashley, you have to be on stage or it doesn't count, just like Jennifer.
Oh man, she's gonna love seeing that.
There you go. There you go. All right, everybody, take care of yourself. Enjoy your day. Have fun on your trip, not your vacation. Later.
Thanks, pal. Appreciate you.